Am I the first one? Yeah, am I the first one?
Yes. Joey, yes. Go ahead, Joey. It's your turn.
Okay, first of all, I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. And this is a great idea. Uh, I want to thank my family one more time for a wonderful birthday, 60th birthday event. Um, I'm still reeling from
So
that,
long ago.
but thank you. Okay, anyway,
Anyway,
um, in my life, Daddy has always recited this wonderful poem written by an English poet and writer named Rudyard Kipling. It's called The Ballad of Gunga Din.
oh, yes.
And in 5, 6 times, I have listened to him. And when he would recite it, when he was drunk in a party
Yeah.
in front of 40 people, 50 people, and they did it flawlessly every single time. So this is my attempt on reading this poem. I have poem. I haven't really, and okay, give you a background on the poem written by Rudyard Kipling, an English writer who lived in India, and the poem will be from the point of view of a British soldier, and it's about Gunga Din, who's the lowest of the low Chimoy. So, Jackie and Jonah, can you define Chimoy to Carol?
A man-made.
Man-made, like a servant.
Yeah.
Yeah, and water carrier. He carried waters to British soldiers, and he was so happy doing that. He's just happy to be having a job. So this is the Ballad of Gunga Din. Okay. You may talk of gin and beer when you're quartered safe out here and you're sent to penny fights and Aldershot it. But when it comes to slaughter, you will do your work on water. You'll lick the blooming boots of him that's got it. Now it's India's sunny clime, where I used to spend my time, a servant of her Majesty the Queen. Of all them black-faced crew, the finest man I knew was our regimental bestie, Gunga Din. He was Din, 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 you limping lump of brick dust, Gunga Din. Oi, slippy hitherao, water get it, panny lao, you squidgy nose old idol, Gunga Din. The uniform he wore was nothing much before, and rather less an arf of that behind. For a twist of peasty rag and a goatskin water bag was all the field equipment he could find. When the sweating troop train lay in a siding through the day, where the heat would make your blooming eyebrows crawl, we shouted, "Harry by!" till our throats were bricky dry. Then we whopped him and kissed him because he couldn't serve us all. It was Din, Din, Din. You even where the mischief have you been? You put some jolly in it, or I'll marrow you this minute if you don't fill up my helmet, Gunga Din. He would dot and carry one till the longest day was done, and he didn't seem to know the use of fear. If we charge or broke or cut, you could bet your blooming nut it'd be waiting 50 paces right flank rear. With his musket on its back, he would skip with our attack and watch us till the bugles made retire. And for all his dirty eyed, he was white, clear white inside, when he went to tend the wounded under fire. It was ding, 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 with the bullets kicking dust spots on the green, where when the cartridges ran out, you could hear the front rack shout, "Oi, ammunition mules, Gunga Din!" I shan't forget the night when I dropped behind the fight with a bullet where my belt plate should have been. I was choking mad with thirst with a man that spied me first. It was our good old grinning, grunting Gunga Din. He lifted up me head and he plugged me where I bled. And he gave me half a pint of water, green. It was crawling and it stunk. But of all the drinks I've drunk, I'm gratefulest to the one from Gangadin. It was Dean. Here's a beggar with a bullet through his spleen. He's chewing up the ground and he's kicking all around. For God's sake, get the water, Gangadin. He carried me away to where a dooley lay, and a bullet come and drilled the beggar clean. He put me safe inside, and just before he died, I hope you like your drink, says Gangadin. So I'll meet him later on at the place where he is gone, where it's always double drill and no canteen. He'll be squatting on the coals, giving drink to poor damn souls. And I'll get a swig in hell from Gangadin. Yes. Dean, you Lazarushian leather, Gangadin. Though I belted you and flayed you by the living God that made you, you're a better man than I am, Gangadin. Thank you.
Wow.
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 This poem is dedicated to Daddy. So
Ah.
Ocean.
Wow, I thought I was listening to Sean Connery. At one point.
Wait, so Lola
Okay.
would recite that at parties?
yes. And the poem was very famous, and it was recited in pubs in England and also bars here in the States during its time.
So Joey, did you memorize it or were you reading it?
Of course, I memorized it.
You did?
No.
No.
Like you're, but did Lola memorize?
That's excellent, Joey. It's good job.
I memorized some of it, to be honest with you.
Did Lola know all of it? By heart?
Yeah, by heart, no notes, no nothing.
Wow.
Flawlessly, by heart,
Okay.
with a Cockney accent.
All right, let's give Joey another round of applause.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right, guys. The next performer